first corner. Driver number 1 looking to the inside of 2. Second place sets himself up for a pass going into this carousel. Is he going to be able to get his nose in there? Go.
Welcome to the Iron Thunder Racing League here today for the World 300. You will see that logo up in the top right. Also, you will have a permanent logo. I need to find the code to put it up in the top right, but you can only do 4 on SDK, and the sponsor of the races logo is up there in one of the places for it. So I will have to get that code for them, but so that cattle code will be a permanent logo you will not see going away. I wish I could get it to rotate, but I can't, sadly. So we'll just have to do that. But drivers are currently in their qualifying right now, and this race, I believe, was sponsored by Balfon's Racing also. When the logo pops up, you should be able to maybe just make it out a little bit. It's not going to be too apparent for you all, but it will be able to be seen. Let's see if I can get the, yeah, these guys are going through their qualifying right now currently. So here we go. Gonna go with these numbers again. There are, looks like 29 drivers in the race here tonight. This is the premier series for the Iron Thunder Racing League. So these guys are running the next gens. Last night, it was the Xfinity cars that those guys were running. But they have, I believe, yeah, they literally, actually, they're wrapping up qualifying right now. So those qualifying results will be up. This is the one track that Jeff Gordon got his very first win on. So it has a kind of a special place for me. People go here. I was a Jeff Gordon fan growing up. Once he stepped out of NASCAR, I kind of stopped watching, and then, Kyle Larson got in there, so I was more interested in it. So, but I will pull up the qualifying results here now, so you will see those up on your screen here. So Christopher Gale first, Matt Cherry second, Alex Little third, Eric, I'm gonna get your name right. I'm butchered that again. I'm just gonna say Eric Drapeau, Sawyer Ott, Treston Ott 6th, Kelvin Masseur 7th, Matthew Klusterhus 8th, Mark Math 9th, Adam Boyles 10th, Manning Gregory 11th, 12th, Roger DeBold 13th, Matt Quick 14th, Sean Boundy, 15th, Daniel Half, 16th, Brian Henning, 17th, Paul Majivka, 18th, Raymond Rittner, familiar name to me, 19th, Storm Patterson, 20th, Josh Coley, 21st, George Balfons Jr., I believe he's the sponsor of the race here tonight. 22nd is Corbin Hemstreet. 23rd, John Garrett. 24th, Dave Matson. 24th, Brandon Klusterhus. 26th, Kevin Hash. 27th, Ryan Pepolinski. 28th, Brian Mill. And 29th is Brandon Pamitat. 30th is Dylan Hale. 31st, Brian Wortman. And 32nd is David Bean. So more drivers in here than I thought. That is for sure a lot more guys in the race. We see them all currently sitting on pit road. And iRacing has had a graphics update. So, I might have noticed about last 3 streams, somebody not on the track, the last 3 streams, people's front ends would kind of disappear on their car, and they just put out a big update today that kind of fixed that. So, hopefully that will get pretty good for them. I do kind of like this track, though. Kind of a little fan favorite of mine, I'd say. But while these guys are doing that, we'll pull up some race info. So it's a little bit under a mile and a half. Kind of a cookie-cutter shape track, but definitely is fun to drive. I believe these guys are now rolling off here. Yep, they are. So we will now make sure everybody has gridded. They all have, so their paints will go white. Then they will refresh again. Last night, my download speed just decided to, it just didn't want to do anything anymore. Luckily, it's now back. I have no idea why it was doing that before, but these guys' paints will load in here very shortly for them. So they will not have white cars for very, very long. You see them already starting to load in here again. I just want to make sure that the sponsors that are on guys' cars are seen all the time. I don't want sponsors to not get noticed when they are on a car here. But again, if y'all are new to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, that will help us grow a ton. We are at 552 the last time I checked, so that's definitely amazing to see it. And they're going to have stages at lap 35 and 72 overtimes, 5 sets of tires, 60% fuel, 1 fast repair. Instant limit is 25. Hopefully no guys go above that. If you do, well, you're going to be, I believe, probably black flagged. You're the kicked out. One of the two that iRacing automatically does. Pace car is going to get ready to pull in here. Christopher Gale and Matt Cherry leading them to green. Star is going to have the flag in his hand. As green flag is in the air, we are underway here from Charlotte. Like Christopher Gale, he will lead that first lap. He has Matt Cherry trying to chase him down from behind. And these guys are going to figure out there is a new tire model that was released in this update. So some people are going to figure out how fast they can go. Some guys are going to figure out how slow they need to go. It's going to be a what do we do here kind of moment for him, because what I've heard from some people is this tire update wants you to run fast. Some people have heard they don't like it, but it's going to change how guys drive these vehicles. Now, as there's a caution on the track already, we have Brandon Pamitat apparently gotten into something there. George Buffons and Brian Wortman are involved. What has happened here with these guys? Ooh, somebody cuts down in front. I believe that might have been Wortman. Yeah, he might have cut a... So, yeah, actually, that's a little bit of a stack up there. Looks like Sawyer. I believe that was Sawyer. Let me make sure the number is correct. He 45. I believe that is... Sorry, that's Storm Patterson. Storm, he was getting run up by Buffons, and Buffons slowed down. Klooster, who's behind him, can't really slow down in time. The 44 might be an innocent bystander. Yes, he is. Just taps him. 37 goes hard into the wall, and then Pamitat looks like he just can't slow down in time. There's nothing he could do. Just wrong place, wrong time for him. Don't think it's too bad of damage for him. Luckily, these next gens are built pretty tough, so that's honestly maybe 50 seconds worth of optional for those guys there. As you see, looks like Bean rubbing up against the wall to slow down some time right there for him. But this will put not everybody down pit road, but the guys that had damage. So, of course, come down pit road. Some guys will just get fuel. Not sure how long. About 40, how long would 60% fuel go is a better question, because not even I know. Yes, it was sponsored by Buffons Race. And y'all can see that logo up in the top right now as I'm moving this logo down just a little bit there. Again, I will figure out the code for it. SDK is literally all code. So I have to, and if I try to put 5 without getting the right code, it just kind of crams them all together in one big pile. So yeah, I guess it gets really confusing, that's for sure. See that comment there from Kelly Branson, Josh Coley, fan club watch party zooming in from 6 states tonight. Decided to cheer and drink beer again. Wilson Farm for sponsoring Josh and providing him with the latest technology. It must be sponsored on his car. We will actually go look at Josh Coley, wherever he is. He's currently sitting 23rd right now. Yeah, you see it right there. That's a pretty clean paint scheme too. It's not a bad one at all. It's very simple, straight to the point. No wondering about what it's about. I like that. Looks like he's going to come down pit road. I don't think he got any damage, but he's got guys kind of deciding to come down. There's Want to get damage fixed. So that's the logo. So we'll put that down here. So you'll see that logo will just end up sitting there now. Clipping some of them, and I don't want to be clipping some logos there. Again, I have kind of ramped up some of the quality for the stream to try to get it to stop being a little pixelated as it is. But iRacing as a game as a whole is kind of hard to do because there's so many moving parts in it. It wants to pixelate on its own. I don't see that, but also streaming doesn't really do good with fast-paced stuff. I do have my GPU telling itself to encode as fast as it can, so I have it going, that's for sure. So, yes, lead lights are off now. Yep, they just went off. So, only the first caution really was 3 laps into the race. Just a stack up there. There's nothing that those guys can really do. They just don't want to run over each other. So, that's just I mean, that's going to happen too. Guys are trying not to literally plow each other in the corner. So, there's nothing that really was, bad there at all. It was just kind of it just happened as, what is all you're doing? That's Treston Ott. Trying to get correct which one of these guys are. Guys will go down the back stretch one more time, and they will grab the green flag next time by for them as he is back there. That's surprising. I do not know what that was about. As holy crap. Well, accessibility advanced. Do not need to be doing this, but looking at some other stuff here before these guys go green. I think that's all I need to do. We'll say I do like these different numbers on the left side of the screen. I just think they're more colorful. I can put a background on them, but I think y'all can see them pretty well with the numbers that are on it. I guess if y'all like that, let me know. I can put a white background if y'all want it. But green flag will go back in the air here shortly. Christopher Gale and Matt Cherry. As green flag gets back in the air, we are back underway here from Charlotte. Oh, Gale almost got turned off the bumper of Cherry there, coming off a 2. Surprised he did not go around. It's going to put him 3 wide now. Cherry's going to go to the lead. Gale is stuck in the middle. One thing, too, the RPM was reduced on these cars, so that power band is a little bit lower. These guys are probably revving a lot higher. It's going to be spinning those tires off the corners. We got Treston in the middle, banging off of Alex Little there. These guys are going at it in the back of the pack. Close quarters racing here at Charlotte. That's one thing for sure. Not laying off each other at all. These guys have somewhat calmed down. I say somewhat, and they'll pick it up again, but they're definitely just beating off each other car-wise. Matt Cherry, he will maintain the lead. Gale's coming back with it. But Gale, he's looking. He's definitely looking in that spot. He's saying, I'm going to just poke my head here for a little bit, let you know that I exist. I really thought we were going to see somebody go around there. I mean, I full on believed we were going to see him get turned. I really thought he was going around, but he's luckily didn't. He's actually going to go under Matt Cherry, try to get that position from him now. Gonna fight a little bit for it here. I think the side by side is going to slow him down. This is going to bring Sawyer into the picture. Sawyer's just kind of looking at it right now. Repose also kind of just keeping his nose in there, letting I'm here. You know, I'm just going to kind of tuck in behind you all, see what he can do. Can y'all let me know, did that freeze for you there for about a lap? Because I'm not sure if it did. Just want to make sure. As Gale's still trying to get this position from Cherry, not giving it up at all, that's for sure. He's fighting him for it. Oh, Sawyer coming up a little bit on Cherry's. Gale will get that position back, so he goes back to the lead. Almost got spun earlier. Luckily, he did not. I really thought he was going around, but he kept it straight. Those two definitely got into each other. No love was lost between the two. We got some guys running the high line, some guys running the low line. Let's see who wants to go where kind of race right now currently for him. As Cherry's actually going to go back and try to get that position from Gale again. He wants it back. He just lost it, but he's trying to get it from him now. He's going to have to stick to that bottom lane. It's going to give Sawyer Ott a run on the outside here. Have to work that. He luckily doesn't take it. Drapeau's trying to run that high line too. You got these guys side by side. That's the 15 of Treston. The 22 is also up here currently. 36. So the biggest mover so far right now is currently John Bundy, or sorry, actually Brandon Klusterhuis. He is up 9 positions from where he started, currently riding 16th. You got him loose off the corner there. He's kind of snappy a little bit. They want to see, I'm going to hop in car here with one of these guys because, like I said, these cars rev lower in the power band for all types. I do want to see what they are hitting right now for RPMs on the back stretch. As actually we will wait as Cherry gets a pretty good run off of turn 2. He's going to go under Gale, try to get that position from him. Gale's really not going to fight it either. Looks like Cherry might have shoved Gale up the track there a little bit, but this is going to give Sawyer a run to the outside. He's going to try to peek Drapeau's and run the bottom with Cherry. Sawyer's going to get on that high line. He's going to get a pretty good run. I think he's gotten to the quarter panel of Cherry. Now Cherry probably can't wash it up to the wall like he wants to, and he cannot do that anymore. So he will have to go at it again as he's going to be able to get that position here coming off of, or going into 3, so he can hold it coming off of 4. Still going to go side by side, but there is a stage break at lap 35. However, we got these guys 2x2 racing for a pretty decent depth of the field, really, and they're just side by side with each other, which is a good thing to see at tracks like this. Sawyer's getting a little bit of a rub off Cherry. Cherry's using his nose, that's for sure. He's not afraid to get somebody up out the groove and tell him, yeah, this is my position. As Drapeau's just kind of watching these guys go at it, he's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm just going to exist right now. I don't have to worry about it. As Gale is also kind of looking, he probably wants these guys to start racing each other, so he luckily kind of save his tires a little bit, because these two have been going at it for about 3 laps. This is probably what iRacing definitely likes to see too, is guys going side by side a little bit more often than what they have before. These guys are running each other close. I mean, they are running each other extremely close right now. I don't think Sawyer's tires are getting killed, but I think Cherry's are maybe, I don't know how, Cherry's running that bottom, so he's also hurting his tires too, but it's going to be kind of who hurts their tires more. And we got literally 3 guys in a line. Then we have Roger DeBold kind of riding here, and we have Matthew Kluster, who's kind of poking his, oh, that's a wiggle there from DeBold. Coming off the corner, he saw that rear end kind of kick out. He luckily kept it under him. Now I'm going to look. We're going to look while these guys are going side by side, what their RPMs are hitting now in the car. Because iRacing did do that update, so their RPMs are probably a lot lower now. That's definitely a... Oh, we got somebody turned. That's Gale. Hard up into the wall, collects the 24. Gale pounded that wall. As this collects probably about 4 drivers in here. The 24, an innocent bystander. Gosh, that was a hard hit, as that is a destroyed Chevy Camaro. I mean, it is not even... You can see him trying to go, but it is so broken, it will not even move. That's going to bring out the second caution of tonight. That was a hard hit for him. So what happens here? So we see Gale and the 22 are on it. That's Boyles. Let me see what happens here. I think he just got tight. I mean, he can't turn. Boyles is there. He clips. Looks like the 38. Luckily, the 38 doesn't spin. 22's bobbling it, and Gale gets clipped in the rear end. The 24 has literally nowhere to go at all, and he gets hit in the front and the side. Looks like it was only 4. There's Mark Matt that gets into it also. Innocent bystander. Looked like that was more net code. Matt Quick drills those guys in the rear end. Can't go anywhere. I think that may have just broke his steering too. Looking at that left front wheel is to the side. The 09 had to have something else happen too, and he hits him also. So Gale was getting hit from every single direction, it seemed, right there. That was a hard hit, and we'll see how messed up that steering is. I mean, look. So he's got one tire spinning. Front's not moving. Left rear, not even spinning. I mean, he literally has basically one tire that is turning for him right now. Can't do anything. He just toes. I mean, that was a destroyed race car for Christopher Gale. That thing was utterly destroyed, as we did have guys come down pit road. And Boundy will come out ahead of all of them as you're watching that replay. But Gale will have to wait to come off pit road because he's got to take that towing time also. But that was that's a destroyed car. That is a very, very destroyed car, that's for sure. He literally could not do anything. He could. There was no move in that. It was that broken. Going to be the second caution, so these guys do have a stage break at lap 35. I believe that's what I said. Yes, lap 35. So they will have a quick little kind of shootout. Gregory and John Garrett probably going more for points here. We'll have to see, does this strategy work out for them? I don't think it will. It can't hurt to try, however. So might as well see what happens if these guys roll the dice there. This is Treston. Oh, I just crashed. These guys just back down pit road. I think Quick probably has more damage than what his car looks like. Looks pretty straight. This is Treston keeps crashing. I just think he's just slowing down for somebody. Yeah, he's just slowing down for the field, so he's not wrecking there. I was curious why I kept telling me that he was wrecking when he's obviously not. Guessing Gregory. The timing's definitely weird. Gregory's not that far ahead. Hopefully it'll reset when these guys get back close to each other. I think it will. That was correct. Never mind. I just had a bad depth perception there. But lights go off on the pace car, and look who's made their way up here. George Balfons Jr. had a wreck early on, hit it at lap 3. This is going to be the question of how does this new tire model play out for these guys? It's going to be a big question because nobody really knows how it's going to act for them. Could be completely different for some of them. I believe you might see the lights come on here also at Charlotte. It'll be John Garrett, Manning Gregory, Sean Boundy, George Balfons, and Sawyer Ott. The top 5 Matt Chariot's on that bottom line that will make up row 3. Top 3 rows just came right there for you all. "24 laps completed in the race. They will be coming to lap 25. That's when they will grab the green flag. Then it'll be a short little 10-lap sprint to the stage break at lap 35. Then lap 70 will be the next one for them." His car pulls off. Manning Gregory will lead him to green here. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here at Charlotte. Sean Boundy will get that lead here. He did hit on lap 21, so fresh tires probably paying off as Gregory. He's dropping pretty fast. George Balfon's pitted on lap 3. See how aggressive he's going to drive, knowing that he's going to get a fresh set of Goodyear tires when the caution comes out. I want to see if anybody else will pit, but Matt Cherry, he's going to go back for lead, try to peek on Balfon's. Balfon's kind of shut the door on him a little bit there. Cut across his nose. Luckily didn't get turned. Not a uncommon thing to see as we got him wiggling around here. Sawyer in the middle. These guys are 4 wide, I think. Kelvin Masseur was on the bottom. I think he put him 3 wide there for just a second. Guys are not shying away from racing at all, that's for sure. We got these slicing and dicing up here. DeBold is trying to hold back Drapeau. He's going to be put 3 wide. It's going to be the 35. Is going to bounce off of him. John Garrett's going to be on the bottom. It's going to be close off 3 and 4, and they're going to have a wreck. John Garrett's clipped. He's going to go hard into the wall. He's going to collect, probably like 6 drivers in this. The same thing that we saw happen earlier, too. I bring out the 3rd caution. The second time we saw that happen coming off of 3 and 4s. It looks like these guys are surprisingly going to get rolling, and they're not going to have a broken toe link. That is surprising for them. So the 35 is bobbling there. That's Sawyer Ott. See if I can get a good camera angle here. Yes, this is a pretty good one. So he starts bobbling. That's probably netcode there. He pulls it off, clips John Garrett in the rear. And John goes hard into the wall. 6-9 gets involved in it. Drapeau just squeaks by. 26, who didn't pit, gets involved in that. Literally had nowhere to go. Just slams it up against the wall to slow down a little bit. Patterson is involved. Looks like Quick is involved also. The 09 has nowhere to go either, so he hits the 26. But it doesn't look like that was too bad of damage for most of these guys, surprisingly. We do have guys pitting. Drapeau, Klusterhuis, Patterson, Coley, Half, Mark Math, Matthew Klusterhuis, Matson, Sawyer Ott, Matt Quick, Manny Gregory, and Brian Mill. As whoever that is has some pretty bad damage. That's Paul Majivka. That is not what you want to see your car look like, for sure. I don't think we have any broken toe links. That's surprising. But George Balfons Jr., he will stay out, actually. And try to get some track position with this stage. It'll be coming up here really, really shortly. We actually might even... And they're not going to call it. They'll probably let them race for honestly like 2 laps and throw the caution again. The 3rd caution seems like turn 4 is definitely a challenging spot for these guys. They're just bobbling off the corner, and you can't really put the blame on them, because this new update could be playing a big factor into it, because it's a tire update, and you don't know how these cars are really going to handle. And I think it just rolled out at 8 o'clock this morning too. You guys haven't had much time to start driving with it. I want to see if anybody has used their fast repair. We got guys that are definitely taking their time, getting all this optional damage fixed, as their steering's probably not to the side. Looks like for quick, it's a little sensitive for him. Brandon's fine. I want to see what it is for Mark Math. He's still sitting in pit lane. 1 minute and 15 seconds have gone by for him. Matson, I guess these guys might have required damage they need to get fixed, as they might just be sitting here. And they realize, actually this could be a smart call from them. They know that they're going to get a wave around, or they're going to get everybody else going to come down pit road, and they won't have to pit, but I think this is probably required damage fixes for them. These guys weren't involved in it. I think these guys are also topping off too. Storm's just been steering just somewhat straight to the left a little bit. He is also in the corner, so I'm not completely sure if it is dented on that side. I'll just have to find out for him. As this water maker I put over here has way too much sugar in it. I can feel it on my teeth. Note to self, do not use that mixture anymore, because holy crap. But I believe lights should be going on. I might be staying on one more time here. Have to see. I think they might be going off, though. Can't see the car quite just yet. Now we can. Yep, they will go off, so they will get the green flag this time by Cherry and Boundy. Cherry's been up here the whole entire time, too. I mean, he actually qualified second. Biggest mover is we have got a tie. Actually, no, David Bean. He is up 14 positions in that 68 Chevy Camaro. I believe he is a newcomer to the league. Haven't saw his name before. As Kelly, what type of beer y'all drinking there? Do want to interact with chat. I like doing that just so y'all know that I know to exist. Lights are off in the pace car. Like I said, this will be a really, really short sprint to the finish now. They will literally go 3 laps after that, and then we'll get the stage caution. We'll talk to the stage winner after that. Pace car will pull off here. Starter will have the flag in his hand. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here from Charlotte. Sean Boundy will lead that lap here. These guys have about 2 more laps to finish. It says somebody has crashed here, but he is on pit road, so evidently he did not. He actually jumped to the pits. We'll have to go and see what happened to Mark Math there when these guys get these stage break. But can Cherry go catch Boundy and get this stage win is a big question. Cherry's been up here the whole entire night. Haven't really gone green most of the race, though, so we haven't really got the chance to see who is good on the long green flag runs. It is overcast here. Lights have not came on, which is surprising. Thought lights would have came on a long time ago for these guys. Pretty much side by side throughout the rest of the pack currently. Guys are racing pretty clean. I mean, we saw 2 incidents coming off of turn 3 and 4. But that's just guys so close to each other. Cherry just ran the fastest lap of the race, a 30:19. I do want to see the fall off now that this new tire model is out. I really want to see how much that changes how people drive. Looks like they might get the caution at the end of this lap. Cherry, he's trying to get that position on him. He's just a little too far back to get it. I believe it will be Sean Boundy who will take home this stage win here, and stage 1 caution should come out about any second now as there it flies. So it'll be Sean Boundy who will get the stage 1 win. Matt Cherry second, Corbin Hemstring third, Kelvin Master fourth, and George Buffon Jr., the sponsor of tonight's race, will be fifth in the first stage. But I will let these guys come down pit road as I need actual water. Holy crap. As I say that, I drink more of that. But we will let these guys come down pit road, then I will get Sean Boundy in a room as... Oh, no. So let me prep him. Where is he at? I'm probably just looking right over his name. There he is. So, Rebel Racing. I'll make sure that he's prepped in there. I will let him go down pit road, and then we'll grab him when he comes off of it. But if he does come down pit road, that is. I don't know if he will. Pit on lap 21. Can maybe make it to the end of the stage on fuel? But tires, I don't know. That's going to be a big question. See if he pulls off here. Yep, he will peel off the track. So it looks like everybody will come down, take a set of tires. They will pit again at lap. We got some non-takers here. Sawyer Ott's going to stay out. Drapeau's going to stay out. Bean will stay out. Looks like we got some more people who stay out too. Matson and Wortman. Oh, never mind. I have to take that back. Matson, he's going to stay out. Leave some of these guys. Yeah, these guys are going to get the wave around. So Sawyer will stay out. We will get Sean Boundy off of pit road here. When he pulls off, want to give him some time to get all that done. But 4 tires and fuel for literally everyone. Maybe some optional damage will be fixed for him. We will get the stage 1 winner and Sean Boundy here. Hey, Sean, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man? Man, so you win stage 1. You know, how does the car feel so far, man?
I was really surprised that in that last run there, nobody was able to catch me. Before this recent build that we just had last night or this morning, it that wouldn't have been an issue. They would have gone around me on 4 tires, and I just wanted to make sure I got in front of the field just far enough that if we got a multitude of cautions, I'd be ahead of it. And wasn't anticipating that I'd get the stage win there, but it worked out, and yeah, they learned a lot of new things right there.
Yeah, so, I mean, you mentioned that new update. So how has it changed the car from, you know, this little time that you all have had on the track so far? Do you feel like it drives a lot different, or is it pretty much the same?
If you're not paying attention, everything kind of feels the same. One thing I noticed that is definitely different is that first lap. On the previous build, if you're running hard on that first lap, you've got a massive push. You'll go up into the wall. You got to let up early, let the car roll down the track and not hit the outside wall. In this build, you can run that first lap a lot more aggressively. And it's a little bit more nerve-wracking knowing that you could push it a little bit more and get more out of it. And yeah, that's kind of one of the only things. So it's, you know, if we come down to those green-white checkers and such situations like that, there's going to be more opportunity for aggression on that first lap.
I definitely know that this update's going to mess with some people. It's definitely going to make it more interesting, man. But good job winning stage 1. Hopefully I will see you back at the end of stage 2 with that win.
Yeah, appreciate it. We didn't get any stage wins last week, or not just wins, but didn't get any stage points last week and finished 5th, and it didn't do a dent to the points for me. I didn't lose, but I didn't gain anything, and I just felt like I needed to get some of this in the bank.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you the rest of the night.
Thank you.
That was Sean Boundy, the stage 1 winner. You have to remember which one he was in. It was Rebel Racing, as he already jumped in there. So never mind, he did that himself. So thank you for doing that. Why am I suppressed? Oh, AFK. I forgot I hopped in that booth there. Hopped in that room on accident. That was my fault. But, so it will be Sawyer Ott leading them to green here. Let's go off in the pace car. Eric Drapeau, Josh Coley, Matt Cherry, Adam Boyles. Cherry did come down pit road. He was actually the first one off. These guys don't have much older tires. We got top two 9 laps older, or sorry, yes, 9 laps older. Then we got 6 laps older. Wait, that's wrong. No, 9 and then 8, sorry. 9 for the top 2, 8 for the third place driver. So I don't know how this is going to play out on how these tires are now. You wouldn't have known old tires would burn off, but now you really kind of got to question it. Are they going to cook off as fast as they did before? Are they going to last a lot longer now? Nobody really knows, because it's just a kind of a guessing game at this point currently for them. Lap 75 will be the stage break for them again. Pace car will pull off here. Sawyer Ott will lead them to green. Sawyer Ott, Drapeau, Coley, Cherry, and Boyles top 5 right now. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here from Charlotte. As Ott gets a huge jump on the field. That's Sawyer Ott. Big old jump on the field there. He will lead those guys in the dust. Probably going to want these guys to go side by side with each other here now, though. Somebody, I think that's George Balfons, who's on the apron. Who is that? As we have a caution, somebody's wrecked somewhere. As it may be in the back. It says Adam Boyles. Something has happened with him. Where is it at, though? Go back to the time of the caution. Oh, this is again turn 3 and 4. Another incident that happened here. So it's going to be between him and Drapeau. I get a pretty good. Oh, this is going to be a little bit of a shove here. So he's on the bumper of Cherry. Cherry moves up a little bit. Actually, Drapeau goes down to the bottom. Cherry gets clipped, pounded, tail smacks the wall. It keeps it straight after that, surprisingly. But Coley has hard hit with the wall. And he actually keeps it straight after that. So a caution was thrown, but he kept it straight. I mean, when you see something like that, I mean, you might as well go ahead and throw the caution there, because you're thinking they're going to wreck. And when you hit him that hard, that's probably going to send somebody around. So I don't blame RC for throwing a caution there at all, because I probably would have done the exact same thing. It just seems like 3 and 4 is just something with that corner. These guys cannot get off of it at all. I don't know what it is. If they're tighter off the corner than what they were before, I mean, they have to be tighter. There's no way that'd be happening to them, though. It's just kind of odd. But, I mean, iRacing's messed up some power models before. They messed up a lot of stuff before. Sometimes they get it fixed. Sometimes they really don't. It's kind of a hit or miss most of the time. Sometimes I don't think they care, though. So, not so good for them. While these guys are under caution, though, we will go under our first commercial break here.
I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was really awesome.
See, we are back here at Charlotte. It has a road course inside of it. That's the Charlotte Roval. I actually kind of like watching that on TV too. I love road courses, always have. Really the testament to, if you can drive a road course, you can drive almost anything. Well, I take that back. There's some really good road course drivers that can't do ovals. Now, if you're Jeff Gordon, you can do both. He was probably the best driver overall, being a complete driver. Could drive road courses, could drive ovals, could drive super speedways. Could probably drive blindfolded. He was that good. I love Jeff Gordon. Wish I could meet him in person. I do have a signed hat from him that I got on State Street in Bristol one time that he was throwing out to the crowd. My dad Odell'd it over somebody. Guy tried to take it out of his hand, but he was luckily strong enough to keep it. As I was glad he caught that. I still have that hat in a drawer, actually literally sitting not even 5 feet away from me. Wish I could meet Jeff Gordon in real life, though. Do love watching him race. Pace car is going to pull off here. Sawyer Ott, Matt Cherry, Adam Bowles, Coley, and Drapeau. Top 5 right now. As green flag will go back in the air here. Coming off that turn here, Sawyer Ott will lead Bowles. He's trying to go under Cherry for that position. He can get his nose in there. Cherry's going to have to ride that high line. Bowles will get that position. Coming off the corner there, he's going to slide up. And nope, not going to slide up in front of Cherry. He was clear. Spotter probably told him you are not clear. So let's not go up and get yourself wrecked, as Cherry's going to have help on the outside from Coley. Coley has hard right side damage. Doesn't seem to be affecting him right now, though, currently. He almost gets squeezed up in the wall there. Doesn't seem, yeah, it looks like he's driving pretty fine with that. He's getting a bump there from Drapeau. That'll get him out in front, that's for sure. Drapeau letting him know, hey, it's time to go here. Gonna try to get that spot. I do want to see, that has to be hurting that right front tire though. But again, update could change a lot of it. Could change everybody's driving style a ton. We'll just have to find out. Looks like it's probably dented up that splitter too a little bit. That's definitely dented the splitter on him. I'm surprised he's still driving like this. He also has older tires than Matt Cherry too, but he's actually going to go for second here. Going to go right around Cherry. He's going to try to do it. Who's Drapeau going to go with here? Drapeau looks like he's going to side with Coley. They'll give him a shove, kind of a little arrow shove a little bit. Not a lot though, but Coley's going to dive down in 3 and 4, and he's actually going to take that position from Matt Cherry. The damage doesn't seem to be doing anything to him right now. Again, this is early in the run, though. I want to see what it does later, because guys can go fast at the start of it and then fall off a cliff in the second half of it. Everybody's pretty much single file right now. Currently, they're deciding, let's not go run side by side with each other at all. It looks like everybody, you got some guys back here that are still dealing with damage. John Garrett, I think he's still dealing with a little bit. No, he's just dealing with laps down. Gale, what's he doing with that? Mark Mathis actually left the race. Looking at Coley, his laps are actually some of the fastest on the track, too. That's surprising. Let's see the times there on the left side. He actually ran a lot faster than Sawyer last lap, but I do want to see how... I'm curious about how this damage is really going to affect him, because I don't truly know, as Cherry's kind of losing positions here now. Sean Boundy will go to the inside of him. I don't think he'll get that position, though, because they're going to freight train him on that outside line. Give him absolutely zero help. I'm going to try to get his nose in there. He will actually get that position on Cherry. He's going to slide up in front of him, take it from him now. As Cherry, he's losing a lot of positions. I mean, he was up. He's been up front the whole time. And I say lost a lot of positions. I mean, he's down to 5th. He's lost 3. But Boundy, he's going to try to get this spot on Drapeau. Going into 1 and 2. He'll actually give that. Drapeau kind of just Yeah, that up isn't going to run off the corner, though. Will Boundy, yep, Boundy will cut that off. Drapeau will probably give him a bump down the backstretch. He will decide it's not worth doing anything to you. As Coley, he's actually taking the lead from Sawyer Ott here. Coming off with 3, Sawyer's going to fight back, though. So Coley, older tires, but he will take the lead with that right front damage on that Chevy Camaro. That car is smashed in on that side, but he takes the lead now. There's a stage break at lap 75. Keep that in mind. Can he hold it till that? He pitted on lap 29. That is actually... There's only 2 more people that have that late of... Or there's only 2 more people that pitted 1 lap before him. He's on almost the oldest tires out of the whole entire field. Have somebody come off and on the track. That was Matthew Cruister who might just clipped the grass in the infield. We got him in a pack around Jerry. DeBold, Masseur, Rittner, Boyles, Patterson. These guys are all racing each other right now, currently trying to get as many positions as they can. That's Pepelinski. I was wondering what number that was. I couldn't see it until it came by. Surprising thing here. I would have never thought. I mean, and Coley's running a line too. He's not running low on the track is one thing I'm noticing. He's staying relatively pretty high throughout the corners. His lap times are one of the fastest on the track. I mean, this tire could be a game changer. I mean, if they're not going to fall off like I think that they are, I mean, like he said, they probably will, because Boundy, yeah, oh gosh, Boundy's got a clear track in front of him. He's going to catch Coley here a little bit. How hard is Coley going to fight Boundy for that position? Because Sean, he's within distance to where he can get the draft off of Coley in front of him, so I do expect him to pull him down the back stretch and the front stretch. I do think that damage will hinder him a little bit. Coley's going to get in there deeper, probably hopping the brakes some a little bit, get to rotate. I think Boundy will probably catch him as a yellow flag will come out here as we got these guys wrecking. That's the 25 and the 22. That's Clues to Boyles. I think Tristan Ott was involved in that. Oh, the 0-0. Innocent bystander there. He saved it. The 84 of Gale is also through the Roval part as the 15 has a broken toe link. You see that right there? That is a broken car. Not what you want to see for him. Yeah, that's supposed to be straight and not wobbling like it is. So it's not a good sign. We will go back and see what happened, though, with these guys. Drapeau almost flipped. Oh, my gosh. He actually is. Oh, how hard did Drapeau hit? Oh, my gosh. So it's going to start here. So something happened. Where's the check? He checked up for something. I mean, he's close on those guys. Cherry's running that bottom lane. I don't think he gets touched. He might bobble there just a little bit, and he gets ran over by Pepelinski. I don't want to see. Oh, he's gonna hard. Oh, it's gonna be a hard overcorrection here. This is. Oh, Tristan has nowhere to go. That's a hard hit for Drapeau. Drapeau literally spins like a top. I mean, he went off the ground there, and the 22 is trying to avoid everything. He's kind of panicking. He clips the 25 as Drapeau goes on his side, kind of reminiscent of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Or sorry, Christopher Busch last season. Gale is going to go through the infield grass there and just spin it after that. But that was a hard hit for Drapeau. I mean, he pounded that wall. As Tristan's car is broken. I mean, in pieces. He's going to use his fast repair there, I believe. I think he did. Have to see if he used it. Might have already used it, so it's going to be hard for him. But so Coley will still maintain the lead. We did have guys pit. We were looking back at that. Looks like it started with Boundy. Came down pit road, got 4 tires. Actually, no, he got fuel only. He was on pit road for a total of 9 seconds. Some guys got 4 behind him. But Coley, this is going to give him a little bit more padding too. They've got to go through all these old cars to get to Coley. So Coley will probably maintain this lead for a little bit longer than what he actually should be. Those guys had a split decision on coming down pit road with him. Oh, gosh. So the 6 caution flies 60 laps into the race, or actually 58 laps into the race. Coley will maintain the lead. Lights should go off on the pace cars. Now the lights are out at Charlotte. It's going to change the track temp and make them probably go a little bit faster, knowing that they it won't be as slick. It'll cool down because it's at night. So maybe you'll see tempo pick up here because of that. It'll just be a... What happens with them? It might pick up, it might slow down. It's just gonna be a let's see what happens pretty much kind of moment with them. Nobody's really gonna know until the green flag drops here. So yeah, lights go off on the pace car. It'll be Coley, DeBold, Rittner, and Masseur, the top 2 rows in the race. Actually, let me get this guy to message me. We might be getting another broadcaster. Somebody was interested in it. I can... So they're going to have a little sprint to the stage break here, lap 75, and after that, it'll be to the end of the race. So hopefully they'll go caution-free. It's just really turn 4 is a little bit more narrow. These guys are getting into each other. Mr. Poe, I mean, he hit pretty freaking hard into that outside wall. I mean, it spun him like a top. He hit that hard there. You never want to see that, but when you hit that hard, I mean, that's going to happen. I mean, it was just a vicious hit for him. Not what you want to see. But green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here from Charlotte. As we already have somebody in the wall, it's Brandon Pamitat. Looks like he spun his tires. As he's going to hold it up there, get out of the way of those guys. He'll continue. His steering straight, but he must have just gotten something that happened to him there. Go back live. He just spun him coming off that. But Coley, he's going to have to deal with Raymond Rittner and DeBold. He's going to have to run that middle line. Kind of cuts down. Also tries to take some air off of DeBold. DeBold's going to have a little bit of a run coming out of 4. He's going to go up under Coley, try to get to his quarter panel. Coley's going to have to fight here like he did with Boundy. He's going to stay in that high line. Run up high. Probably that car might be getting a little bit loose. He's going to get the run off. DeBold's going to have to side draft here. He does have the help of Raymond Rittner behind him. You wouldn't really think that this helps him a lot, but it surprisingly does. Being that far out. Let me get side by side with him. Raymond's probably going to be affected, but it's making it a little bit tighter as we got somebody loose there. I think that was Sean Boundy. Somebody's through. What in the world was that? Somebody's through the grass. You cannot do that, sir. Give him a little job there. I believe that was Daniel Half. Yes, that was the purple car that you see there. Coley, I mean, he is still fighting for this lead. He's not going to give it up. I mean, he has it. He's like, no, I'm just going to fight you for it. Might as well just fight for the lead. I don't care what happens after that point. As I think this middle lane will definitely help him too, because he just gets a run, and Raymond is also being a big factor in it. He's deciding to stay with Coley and give him an aero advantage over DeBold, but DeBold's going to have one coming too with Masseur. And Masseur may help him here, as they're going to line up 2 cars on the top line. So DeBold he's having to fight. Coley's not going to give it up too easily, but I think if DeBold does get by Coley, then that's pretty much the end for him. So he realizes he has to fight here pretty hard. He's not really side drafting DeBold. I mean, they're giving each other tons of room right now. I think his old tires are kind of hampering him a little bit now. have to think that right front damage has to be hurting him in some way, shape, or form. And it has to be giving him more drag in a certain spot of the track because I just don't see the speed like everybody else has right now. But, I mean, he definitely has the drive. He's actually going to get clear DeBold, try to cut his nose off there as he almost drove up on the rear end of DeBold. So Coley fought hard against DeBold, and he will maintain that lead. But how are these guys going to set him up now? He's got a hungry pack of wolves behind him. He's wrapped in meat. What I would say, he does not like what he's seeing in his rearview mirror, that's for sure. I mean, he's having to look. He's like, oh, gosh, we got somebody around. That's Hemp Street. Looks like he keeps it straight, however. Nope, caution will come out. Hemp Street is up in the wall. That will help Coley even more. Did see Hemp Street go sideways there for half a second. See if he got a little bit of help from anybody. Might have gotten some help there. Might have also cut across his nose. Yeah, I think he's coming down. Yeah, I think that's Sawyer Ott. I think he's coming down the track here. Because look, Sawyer's wrapping that bottom line. He comes up a little bit, but I think he's more cutting down on Sawyer there. And Sawyer, I mean, he just clips him. I think it probably snaps on him here if he gets hit again. Oh, yep, it's going to snap. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's going to snap, and he goes right into the wall. Pounds that right side there for him. As Hemp Street, he has to go down pit lane. I do not think his steering was broken. It's to the right. We'll have to see if it is. I know he's getting 4 tires. He's going to be getting optional fixed. As surprisingly, doesn't look like that is... I actually might use his fast repair there. We do have guys coming down pit road. Coley finally comes down pit road after staying out for so long. Ott will stay out, though. Actually, he's going to get the wave around. So Coley's strategy paid off here with that right front damage, surprisingly, for him. I really would have thought that this damage would be hampering him a lot more than what it is, and he'll get 4 tires and fuel, and he'll be off on his way. And I do want to see the race off pit road, because I really do not know who will get it. I have to watch Cherry here. It looks like Little. No, he's not going to get it. Coley may win. Nope, it will be DeBold who will win that race off pit road. Japo will actually come out in front of Coley there. So those guys will be the guys off pit road. I think Sawyer is getting the wave around. Should change on timing again. You're seeing them come off pit road right now currently. So Sawyer, he is actually staying out. He pit on lap 58. This will be a short sprint here to the stage break at lap 75. Then I think these guys will possibly have to pit at least one more time to make it to the end of the race. I don't think they'll have enough fuel to go to the end of it. Again, if y'all are new to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, that will help us. We are at 554 right now. Currently, I would really like to see us hit 600 by the end of this month. That'd be pretty cool to see. Well, I was going to try to do that at the end of last week, but we didn't get to that. We have really shot up kind of out of nowhere most of the time. Lights are still in the pace car, so at least one more time around for him. So 7 cautions, 70 laps in. So kind of averaging about a caution every 10 laps. It's just 3 and 4 is not... It's definitely not, guys. Not that turn tonight. Guys do not like it, and it's probably... I mean, it's just hard. And sometimes tracks will be like this. It just seems like one turn just never works for anybody. Nothing can be done about it most of the time. Well, these guys are under caution. Now, how is your day going? I know we got 11 of you here watching, and some other people from other states watching in that Zoom call. Kelly's probably still here. I'm assuming she is. I don't know. Maybe. Like Branson. Lights will go off this time, though. I do know that for sure. We will have to See what happens. So this will be a really short sprint. This will literally be 4 laps. So Sawyer's probably trying to snatch a stage win here. But Drapeau was up in the air about 20-ish laps ago, and he's sitting second right now. Definitely uses fast repair. You were not driving that car after that. The thing was destroyed. Guys coming out, trying to beat the pace car out. Probably getting all the optional fixed. They should be able to catch the tail end of the pack before the green flag is in the air. Luckily for them. What is that from? That kind of confused. I'm looking at something here. No, I did. No. Yes, I did. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember something. I don't think. No, I did. Yes, I remember I did now. Pace car's going to pull off here, though. Sawyer Ott will be leading the green. Drapeau trying to take a stage win here after he was up in the air. But green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here from Charlotte. Sawyer gets a pretty good jump over the field. Going to be hoping these guys stay side by side with each other. DeBold going to go down to the bottom with those fresh tires. He will be clear of Drapeau. Might be clear off the exit. Drapeau's going to get a big run. DeBold is going to cut. Oh, he's going to cut up right in front of Drapeau. Drapeau's going to shove him down the backstretch now. We want to see what will happen after that. Coley, if I was Coley, I'd honestly come down next caution to get my damage fixed, but that's not hurting him that bad. I don't know, but Sawyer, I know he's trying to get a stage win here. He cannot wait till the next caution comes out. But the way they're fighting, I think this may be Sawyer's stage win to take from him. And if you take a stage win from a guy, they'll probably be a little bit heated. It'll happen last second most of the time. As Drapeau's going to get in there a little bit deeper. So Drapeau, he's going to come off of that. Somebody's down through the... That's John Garrett. Come back up on the track. He went off of it, but I think he might be wrecking back there. But, yep, he's crashed now. But green flag is still in the air. Sawyer's going to get on the bottom. Drapeau's going to have a run on the outside. Sawyer's going to have to send it in turn 3 and 4. Ship it like UPS does as they are gone now. And that, what in the world happened to them? They are back on the track after that. As iRacing's not wanting to do anything with me, but Sawyer Ott, he will actually get that stage 1 win here. So caution should fly here relatively soon. Was stage or lap 75. That was odd. Should be lap 75. Actually, the end of lap 75, sorry. So he had to hold him off one more time. As now it should fly at the end of that. If I have that correct, they might have very well changed that. Let me see if I'm wrong, but these two are going to go side by side with each other. It's going to be Bounty and Drapeau having to race each other. Early on, might as well just start trading paint. They must have extended this stage multiple laps here because this second stage was supposed to be at lap 70. Not completely sure when it will be now, if they will even have one. Well, they've kind of sorted it out now. People running the fastest laps right now is actually DeBold. He's ran the fastest lap, one of the fastest laps of the race. The fastest lap belongs to Gale. He ran a 30:06. DeBold going at it, but Bounty trying to get this position on Ott. See how hard Sawyer Ott will fight for it. gonna not really fight them hard. You guys are not racing each other too difficult, as the fastest lap was now just set by Brian Mill. Almost ran a 29 that lap, and that's like qualifying speed pretty much. We got Coley. Somebody shot down in front of Coley. That was Masseur. I really thought he was going to get turned there. I mean, I desperately thought that. Going to ride that outside line. Going to get a run on Masseur coming off the corner there. Kind of chopped down in front of him after that. Sean Boundy, Boundy will get that position on Sawyer. Finally, DeBold are probably going to fall in line with him. Storm Patterson's making his way back up here. Mr. is now setting sail. He finally got past Coley. Coley's been, he's been up here the whole entire night. I thought we must have had somebody up in the wall there for half a second. Luckily, they're not turning each other yet. Give him a little bit. That's for later in the race. I think we'll start to see Sawyer now kind of drop through the field a little bit quicker here now. Wiggle off that corner there, but he just keeps it straight. So I guess they did away with that. Yeah, I knew around lap 70 a stage was going to happen, so they might have done away with that stage. Oh, we got somebody turned. That Sawyer Ott. That's Storm Patterson also involved. Oh, that's a hard hit. Oh my gosh, who hit him there? As it just stepped, you see it wiggle right there on Sawyer. It just wiggled on exit, and it looks like he probably snaps it, overcorrects him to Storm's path. Because who comes by and hits him? Because somebody absolutely drills these guys. I think it was the 0-0. Oh, he just nailed Sawyer head on. The driver's side impact for Sawyer Ott. I mean, that was a hard impact for him. Gosh. I want to see if that car, and that's where, if this car somehow drives off. He gets hit again. Oh, my Lord. Street hits him again. No, I mean, did he roll at all? I want to make sure. Did he roll at all? So, slides down the track, has it locked down, not moving at all, and that's a mistake from Street. I mean, Tristan also kind of did block his view, so Street literally could not see anything in front of him. But you're already under yellow. I mean, yellow flag has been flying for a good, let's see, we got, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, that's 13 seconds after this, and these guys are still going kind of race pace. Yeah, I don't know how you hit a guy from that far back if you're Street. I mean, I will give him, I will actually go on Street's view. I'm not ripping to Street here, but he literally probably cannot see a single thing. Let me go to Street here. Where is he at? So I want to do cockpit view, actually do roll bar here. We'll do cockpit, it's not with the view that I wanted to see. So, no, I mean, he literally can't see anything at this point. He doesn't know there's a car sitting here. Tristan moves. He's trying to get out of the way. I mean, he's trying to move himself, and then he just clips him. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to rip into him. But, no, it's that late after the caution's thrown, and you're still kind of going close to race pace right there. I wouldn't be doing that. And it's not like he moved either. No, Sawyer did not move at all. I mean, he got hit again by somebody else, like, shot him down the track, but that was still very well after that. He still hit him. But Tristan, he is down pit road. I don't think he got any damage in it. We could have guys Actually, almost everybody came down. Kloosterhoos and Hemp Street stayed out. Hemp Street does not have damage. I have absolutely zero clue how he does not have any damage on that car. I could have swore it looks like it was smashed in. It's kind of weird that we saw out there, but while these guys are doing that, we will go on a very quick commercial here, though. And we are back. I was checking a setting. I do not know why that happened when everybody disappeared on the track twice. I'm looking at my ping and it's low. That was odd. I don't know what that was about, but we didn't. Luckily, it was literally just twice. That was really weird. I'm gonna have to ask everybody else if they had something else happen to them also, because I don't understand why that happened at all. I'm actually going to load up Austin's settings after the race here and see what he's running, because I know he did share me his screen settings for it. But, yeah, Wortman's still in pit road. I don't think he got damaged by just topping off on fuel. Lights are off in the pace car. He will catch the end of the field, I think. It's going to be close. I don't think he actually will. Where are they at? There they are. They're in turn 3. Don't think he'll catch him before the green flag drops. That's not going to be good for him. As pace car will pull off here. As green flag is back in the air, Brandon Kloosterhoos will lead him to green. John Bounty will get that second position. Hem Street might be hurt more than what that car looks, as he did not get going at all. It doesn't have any visual damage, but it looks like it's a little bit slower as he gets off that corner finally. So that almost got somebody in the wall. I think that was Balfonso who almost got turned. Let's look at Coley up here. Coley has that right front damage fixed on that Chevy Camaro as we got somebody around. That was Rittner as he saves it, still trying to bobble it. He goes into the wall. That will be the yellow flag there. So RC throwing that because he thought somebody was going to absolutely clean each other out. I do want to see what happened to Raymond Rittner. What happened with him? Oh, that is Bean kind of diving it down in there, and he just taps Rittner. Rittner does a pretty good job of saving it here, but after that, he bobbles. He has it saved there, then he bobbles it again. The steering on these cars are so sensitive as that probably wasn't worth the caution about RC. He's just being safe. He doesn't want to see anybody just snap it and drill each other. That was a pretty good save from Rittner. Do you think that damage? Well, it's definitely optional damage that he'll probably get fixed. As I'm someone, any optional damage, why is there a gap here? Any optional damage I have, I get it fixed immediately. Y'all will hear some tapping here. I'm trying to get this monitor to go down just a little bit. Actually, let me mute my mic while I do that. I do run a triple monitor setup, so I was having to kind of beat that mic down or beat that stand down. And I had to go actually back up because I went down a little bit too far. But Garrett, Gale, Quick, and Little down pit road. I don't see any visual damage on these guys. I think all of them are on the lead lap. Mistaken. Yes. Oh, Hash is getting the wave around here. I don't think we have anybody a lap down now. So 88 laps into the race, 9 cautions. So and you can't really put this on the league here because it's a new update. This tire model, I haven't driven these next gens yet with the new tire model. Probably won't even do it till they release the next track. So do they have Phoenix up right now? Let me check, because I might do a race after this to see how that affects it. Actually, Team Watson Racing doesn't have a setup out yet. Crap. Also, use code Team WattSpin39 for 5% off your setup at Team Watson Racing Setups. They do have a subscription service for A, B, and C vehicles, so that is something that y'all might be interested in if you do run open setups. As yes, there is no race available, so we will have to see what I will do. Probably going to play some Counter-Strike and probably throw something at the wall if I had to guess, as I can literally feel my throat closing. So while these guys are doing that, I will go to an ad break and I will get a drink and I will be right back.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was really awesome.
The lights are off on the pace car here. We'll grab the green flag next time by, as my throat is dying and I can feel it. So this is going to be an amazing experience here really soon. I do know that much. As what is on this paper here? Evidently nothing. Actually, a lot of coupons. A lot. Holy crap, this is a lot. $48 coupons on this. Okay, that's a good amount. But lights are off. Like I said again, pace car will pull in here. It will be Brandon Klusterhuis, Sean Boundy, Roger DeBold, Hemstreet, and Drapeau. The top 5. Balfons will make up the end of the 3rd row. Pace car pulls off here. Brandon Klusterhuis will lead him to green. Starter's going to have the flag in his hand. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here from Charlotte. Klusterhuis will run away with the lead for a little bit. He did not pit. Last pit on lap 68 of the race. So he's got a little bit older tires. As Coley, he is ripping that high line. He's going to get that spot on Drapeau. Going to get a run off the corner. Going to get a little bit of a draft from George Balfons Jr. on the outside of him. Being there. So he will tuck in behind Balfons. Coley is a kind of a driver to watch now. He's been up here the whole entire night. Drapeau's worked his way back, as the biggest mover is Brandon Klusterhuis. Started 25th. He is up 24 positions leading this race. I mean, that is absolutely insane. As the biggest loser is Christopher Gale, as he actually qualified on the pole. He just had a really rough race overall. You have the Bolt trying to get to the outside of Hemstreet. And he's going to get the quarter panel. Oh, he was right there. He almost turned Hemstreet. Just closing on that quarter panel there. Got to him. Sean Boundy will go to the outside of Clues, who's going to try to take the lead from him here. These guys are pretty much side by side as far as the eye can see, pretty much for him. I don't know if they can make it to the end on fuel. They're going to go side by side, coming out of 4. A little bit of a wiggle there from Boundy. Guys keeping it straight, however. Sean Boundy finally gets that position. Goes back to lead. Coley kind of working around here. He's staying relevant the whole entire race. And I would almost say this is kind of my pick to win is Josh Coley. He's been working his way up here. You saw him with that damage fight hard. So, actually, he just sailed that car in their hopes it sticks. Probably going to wash up a little bit. Yeah, he's going to get tight. Still going to get to the outside of Brandon Kloosterhuis. He will have a little bit of draft and help from Hemstreet, though, coming off the corner. So, I think that this might be Coley's race to lose as he's running. I mean, he's running close to DeBold and Boundy. Boundy's running, of course, the fastest laps of the race as they might put Coley 3 wide there. Thought he was there, but he didn't be put 3 wide. As we're seeing most people ride the top line, not many guys were staying on the bottom of the track. The guys back here, they probably have some damage that I can't see right now, but probably slowing them down a lot more. Got a little bit of a battle here. Hemstreet having to deal with Balfons. Balfons, he'll get to the inside of him, but he's going to have a little bit of help from Japo. Japo thought about putting him 3 wide, decided, let's actually not wreck each other. And it bailed out a little bit. He's going to give him a shove on the outside lane here to try to get a little bit of a draft coming off of it. Going to have Masseur under him. Coley has been running identical laps, though, to these leaders. He was 100th faster, so I mean, literally 0.01 faster. So Coley making his way up here. Also has a little bit of drafting help from Brandon. Brandon is lap 68, however. Yeah, why is that so sweet? I think this Coley can catch him. I mean, I really do think he can catch him. But these guys up here single filed out relatively throughout the whole field. Not really side by side. You know, you see a couple of side by side battles here and there. But besides that, I don't really see much happening between these two guys, or between this whole big pack here. Back here, they're racing each other. It's Pepolinski going around Garrett, trying to get that position. Garrett's actually going to fight him on the bottom, paint that line. That paint at the track also just have a little bit more grip. Drivers will literally get as much as they can. Also putting a lot of wheel into it. Patterson's going to give Pepolinski a little bit of a bump in the corner. Garrett's going to fight on that bottom lane. He will get the... Ow! He hits the apron there. Could have ended up bad. I saw guys bobble, and they overcorrect, and they just drill each other. Overcorrecting there. But, yeah, you see guys are just kind of here. These guys have been having a rough race. Gale, I feel kind of bad for Gale. I mean, he started on the pole, and he's not had a good race for him overall, that's for sure. He's been struggling the whole entire night. Seems like what could go wrong has gone wrong for him here. Boundy, he has the bold on his rear bumper, not letting them go anywhere. Coley's stretched out a gap on George Balfons Jr. now. So it's just kind of slowly inching away from him. We'll do a little bit of an in-car view here from these guys, and I will go quiet for about 5 laps. We will be the top 5 drivers, though. When they get back to start-finish line, we will do that. As we were on board there, I do want to kind of point something out, though. So we were driving along with some of those drivers. Kluster, oh, somebody's around. I can hear. That's a yellow flag. Who is around? It's Matt Cherry, who has crashed off of turn 2 here. Don't think he hit anything, but he got loose. See what happened with him. He just nips. Oh, he actually kind of caused that. Looks like he nips. Yeah, he nips Storm Patterson in the butt. And that sent Storm up into the 68 of David Bean. I believe that's his name. Yeah, Dave. Sorry, Dave Bean. A little bit of a chase view here as... No, actually Storm clipped the 68, so that was not Cherry's fault at all. The Cherry has literally nowhere to go. Sawyer has nowhere to go either, so he hits Cherry. I don't think Cherry really got that bad of damage at all. I mean, it's kind of almost a domino effect there for all those guys. They almost wrecked the same exact way. Yeah, Cherry, I don't think his damage is bad. Patterson's damage isn't that bad. Sawyer's going to hit... Oh, how hard does Sawyer hit here? That was a big question. Yeah, actually, oh, he doesn't hit. He saves it. But back to what I was saying. I think, yeah, everybody's going to come down pit road. Now, back to what I was saying. Yeah, we were on board there with Coley, and some of the other guys were shifting. Some guys weren't, like Drapeau, he wasn't shifting. Klusterhoos was shifting. So these guys are trying to keep it in the power band, too, is one thing. Let me get... Where is the notes here? So I'm going to go... This is from TWR. So the car actually hits... This is from Kenny Coppola. This is from him. This is what I was afraid of. The car is now going to hit the power band at 8,600 RPM, not hitting 9,100 at the end of straights. So actually, might have to shift on some tracks. As let me go to. Actually, let me send a note to him. So, yeah. Matt Quick doesn't come down. I just sent a note to one of the TWR builders there. So, maybe these guys can go on fuel. I don't know for sure. I think Treston's getting the wave around as he is 9 laps down. So, evidently, when he got damaged at one point, he did not have a fast repair. That car was destroyed. Literally, I don't know what I just hit there. It was literally destroyed. So that was required fixes for him. There was no optional there at all. Lights are going to stay on one more time. 22 laps, 10 cautions. And I think it's really this tire has done a lot for them. Talking to one of our builders at the same time. I think that's actually closer to real life too. I believe at Charlotte in real life they were shifting. As Coley actually won the race. Oh, he came. That's only fuel. That's actually probably 2 tires looking at it now. He only had a pit stop of 9 seconds, so... Oh, Coley, how hard are you going to fight, man? I mean, he's been amazing tonight. I'll go ahead and say that. He's been driving hard. As Kelly, you know, how are you all thinking about how Coley will do here? That's the big question that I have for you, because, I mean, he's been up here the whole entire night, it seems. He's been poking his head up here. Everybody pit. He's got 2 tires compared to everybody else's 4, which is better than none. We'll think we'll see Matt Quick get eaten up pretty quickly here. So it'll be 20 laps left in the race when they get the green flag. I need to find a microfiber towel somewhere because I have absolutely zero clue of where it went. I'll tell you what, I'm very glad I got triple Zo because that makes everything so much easier in life. Looking on a monitor as this is the mic to my headset. I don't even need this. I have a $400 standalone microphone. So yeah, you can tell I went all out for broadcasting. That's for sure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and my throat is going to be dead tomorrow. Luckily, I don't broadcast tomorrow unless I get called in. And I'm probably going to be pulling a double timer on Sunday, so going to be fun for me. Love it. Absolutely love it. Nice. Pace car pulls off here. Matt Quick will lead them to green. As we got a little bit of a tire spin there from Coley. Doesn't get going very well. But he might lose only 1 position. But Quick doesn't have fresh tires, so Coley's going to be able to get on the outside. That has seemed to be Coley's kind of preferred line this night, too, as Sean Boundy will think about doing 3 wide, but he will decide not to. He's going to go down and block Quick. They're going to put him 3 wide. That's Balfons. He's going to get turned. He's going to hit the inside wall. The caution is still not out. They're still racing here. As it should be Coley who will get the lead. Note Quick. Actually, we're going to have to see who got it when the caution came out, as it was thrown now a little bit later. But Balfons got turned. Actually, that is not a turn. He just came down the track. Probably did not think DeBold was there. Let's see. Was he coming down? I want to slow it down a little bit. So going to go 1/4 speed. So both of these guys are kind of going same spot. Say it's more of Balfon's kind of cutting down to the inside of the track, and he nails that wall. Locks it down. That brings out the 11th caution here, and it looks like Coley was not able to get the lead from Matt Quick. Just talking to the builder again. So 11th caution, if y'all are here now, who's your pick to win the race? That's for sure. And I think it's going to be Coley. I really do believe in Josh Coley right now. The way he's been driving the whole entire night. He showed me that he can compete, and he's not here to mess around either. He really isn't here to mess around. So I think it might be his race to lose. But that being said, I'm a broadcaster. I do have racing experience. I'm a 4.5K IR driver. So I'm top split all the time. So I race a lot. Don't do any more leagues because I like A Opens. I don't know why. I like leagues a lot. I just like A Open more than leagues. That's just kind of how I am. It's once a week in leagues. I'm just kind of like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather do A Opens. And I run for Team Watson Racing, so it's a lot better for me to run that. Also, most of the leagues too actually have a cap. My IR would be above that. As Coley, he's actually barely below me in IR. I think he's like 200. He's a 4.4K. That is actually second highest in the field. As Raymond Rittner is a 4.7K IR, but Matt Quick is hoping he sees cautions. Quick wants these cautions to happen because he doesn't have to deal with these tires behind him. The more it happens, the less he has to worry about it. This is the World 300 sponsored by Balfon's Racing. You cannot see the Balfon's in the World 300, I think, but that is that little small text below it. Here at Charlotte Motor Speedway here today. Looks like that's Pamitat is in here. It's probably Brandon Pamitat. It's related to him somehow. I had to guess. Is Brandon in the race still? I think he is. Yes, he is. We do have 4 drivers that are out of the race currently. Brian Mill, Mark Math, Patterson, and Dave Bean. But pace car will pull off here. We'll get the green flag. Can Coley take this home? I really believe in Coley here tonight. If he doesn't spin his tires again. As they're going to wait, Coley kind of bottles up the field. Quick kind of bottles up the field there. Coley was trying to jump, and I think Matt Quick kind of used that to his advantage. So he'll put him side by side going into the corner to see if Sean Boundy can get that position. He will. Coley will drop to third right now. Now he'll have to deal with Brandon Klusterhuis, who has those 4 fresh tires, but he's going to have the Bold coming with the help. He will be clear of him, so he can kind of set sail now. He will be shifting, and he will be sending this car pretty hard in the corner as Brandon goes right up on the rear of him. I thought he was going to spin him there. He will get to the bumper, or actually side by side with John Boundy coming off the corner. Brandon going to give him a shove. So is DeBold. DeBold will go with Boundy as Coley will actually get that position going into one, comes up in front of him. As Quick, these tires I think are going to end up being the demise of him. But the wear, how much are they wearing here? I don't know. As Quick's going to kind of throw a little bit of a block. Coley will go to the inside of him. He will try to take the lead with 14 laps to go as he will go right by Matt Quick. Now what he's hoping will happen with Quick is Quick will just start messing with these guys behind. He wants Quick to start blocking, start going side by side with everybody as he's not racing Brandon Klooster, who's easy. Brandon actually going to pull a Dale Senior there, go through the grass, gain a position, so actually gain 2 positions. But Brandon, he has 4 fresh tires. Coley has 2. Brandon, I think he got a little bit loose off the corners. We got him wrecking back there. They're trying to now. As what in the... that's going to be a caution here as that was... What? So that will bring out the 12th caution. What was that? Huh? I mean, what? I had to, these guys had to have gotten stuck on each other. So, Cherry, what happens here? I am so confused. This is odd. I've never saw this happen. So, Little is running the wall. Cherry, I think he gets hit from the 03 here. Yeah, 03 just taps him. So that's going to send Cherry up into Little. That kind of puts Little, squeezes him off the corner. Does Little keep turning down here, or does he get stuck on Matt Cherry? Oh, oh. That is intentional from Alex Little. Now, who is the innocent bystander here on the bottom? The 03, I think he's an innocent bystander here. He's probably, I mean, his wheel's probably straight, if I had to guess. This is the long review. Yeah, the 03, I mean, he can't do anything. He's trying to get back up on the track, so that was some anger coming out there from Alex Little, that's for sure. I mean, we'll watch it again. I mean, you can see he does not stop turning into Matt Cherry. I mean, he has a right to be mad because he can't see what happens to Cherry here. He thinks Cherry just put him in the wall. But we will watch this here from his point, Alex Little's point of view. Yeah, I mean, that was dirty. I mean, there's no other way to say that. I see where his anger is coming from, but he doesn't see that Little... I don't think Little saw what was happening to Cherry. Cherry got hit. That's why he got up that high on the track. So I don't think he noticed that at all. Oh, gosh. That was not a good look for him. Who is the 03? I'm going to put that in there so he knows what happened. Because I see where his anger is coming from. I'm not going to blame him for that at all. I mean, that was dirty. I mean, there's no other way of saying or explaining what you all just saw there. I mean, that was... Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to describe it. What just happened on that track. So, I guess that's going to be a big thing after this race. It's probably going to be a heated Discord conversation. That'll be fun to read. But it'll be 10 laps to go. Can Coley take home the win here? I think I'm really pulling for Coley here. I don't know why. I think he has a car to beat. I really do think he has a car to beat. Pace car's going to pull off here. Coley's going to be able to get a jump on the field as he will want to do that for sure. Not going to go. He's going to wait. As he will go now, he will get the jump on Sean Boundy. go down into turn 1 here with the lead. What is Bounty going to do? These old tires might be playing a factor, but I don't think Bounty's shifting. Coley is. And what that is doing is that is keeping him in the power band off of the corner. As Alex Little's still in the race, that will probably be a penalty after the race if I had to guess. As we almost got each other recognized, I think they are, but yellow flag is not out still. As they somehow save it back there. As Bounty, he's having to deal with Matson. He probably doesn't want to deal with Matson right now, but I know who does want this to be happening is Coley. Coley wants to see these guys go side by side with each other, because if they're side by side, that's slowing them down. Just watching this happen. I mean, he's hoping that Matson can get a run on Bounty and get him side by side. As we got him, ooh, Little, actually, not Little, sorry. DeBolt almost gets spun, wiggles off the corner. As I know, Coley, I mean, he is hauling the mail right now. He is burning up those tires. It doesn't matter. This is where you just start sending the car and you hope it sticks. I mean, this is what you're doing now. I want to see if he's shifting. As, yep, he is shifting again. So he's still shifting like he was early in the race. That was a horrible scenic view. Don't know why it wants to go under the track when I go scenic, but I think this may be at the line. I mean, Bounty's gaining on Coley, but it's how hard is Coley going to fight once they get side by side? Can these two tires hold off the 4 tires? It's going to be 7 laps left. Bounty's wrapping that bottom. Coley's going to have to start cutting the nose of him off on exit as he wants Matson to get side by side with him, as Matson's going to look to the inside of Bounty. Bounty's going to have to kind of be a little bit defensive here as he's actually going to run that high line. Actually, kind of faking me out. He's going to stay to the bottom. It's Coley. It'll be 6 laps to go. Can Matson get up under Bounty? That's what they want to see, as we have a hard wreck there. That's Brandon Pamitat into the wall. That'll bring out the yellow flag here. And this will bring it to a probably unofficial green-white checkered. As Pamitat's still wrecking after that. You're going to pull it off the wall as that car is destroyed. Left toe link is broke. Right front toe link is broke. Probably maybe left side toe link is broke also. No, it looks like it's steering straight, but that is not how you want a car to steer. See, that wheel is out, and then that wheel's out also. Go to the right rear, see if it's poking out. That is still straight, but that car is destroyed. Hopefully he has a fast repair left. We will go back and see what happened here. Saw him almost wreck earlier. They kept it straight as this is turn 3 and 4 again. As the 30, yeah, it looks like the 90, that is Hennings, hits the wall as Brian Hennings, sorry, the 74 hits the wall and comes down off the wall. Pamitat, nothing he can do there. Garrett looks like he hits it, and Pamitat is hit. He hit hard. I mean, he hit, oh, Sawyer looks like, oh, he got drilled to by Sawyer in the 44. Sawyer couldn't do anything. The 44 couldn't do anything either. Paul Majivka. But now this is what Coley wanted to see. This is exactly what Coley wanted to see, was a caution come out. This wads them all up, and he'll only have to do this for 3 more laps pretty much when they get the green flag. But we saw tempers flare. Little is not too happy. Evidently, I mean, he is probably fuming. I mean, he's absolutely furious, if I had to guess. That's what we have here. It's a welcome, so. I swore Pepelinski was in here already. I guess he had to rejoin something. But, oh, Lord. So, we've got guys getting loose off 3 and 4. Tempers flaring. We might see a spectator climb the fence. Might, even though it's not possible in a virtual world. I mean, it very well may be after this race is over. Who knows at this point. This is going to get hectic. It's going to get absolutely hectic here. I don't think these guys are going to be playing nice with each other. I know Coley's probably like, oh my gosh, I can win a race. Not saying that he's bad at all. But winning league races, it's a different feeling than winning A Open stuff. I guess it's because these are guys that really want to race. They pay to get into the league. It's just something that these guys want to do. They really care about this. This has been a 2-hour-long stream for me. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Surprising. Okay, lights are off in the pace car. I believe there's 3 laps left in the race. Let me check. There'll be 2 laps left. Oh gosh, this is going to be a green-white checkered attempt, pretty much. Unofficial though. They do have, I think, 2 green-white checkered attempts if they need to use it. Will not be surprised if they do. Now Coley's got to watch on these old tires. He can't get going like Boundy will. He's going to be trying, and he's got to start hard. What he's hoping is he gets a jump, he can get up in that top line. He wants Matson to get side by side with Boundy and really slow him down a lot. That did not get clean. Evidently, need to wash that off again. Still not clean, but that'll work. Oh my lord, what is going to happen here? Sean Boundy, Josh Coley, Matson, Klusterhuth, DeBold, and Masur are up here. Top 3 rows. Start is on Coley. Whenever he goes, everybody goes. They cannot fire off before him. Coley will probably try to toy with Boundy here. Get the best start possible. Got Matson beating his bumper off. As Boundy actually times it, he might beat Coley to the line here. How hard is Coley going to fight? He's going to have to deal with Boundy on the outside of him. This is not the restart that he wanted, as he will clear him going into turn 2. Going to get up in front of him. Will Matson get up under Boundy here? He wants him to go side by side with each other. What are they going to do? They're going to line up here. Matson going to get side by side with Boundy. This is what Coley wants to see. He's only got one more time around after this. He's going to be driving his heart out to win this race. Matson, he's going to mess with Coley here. Does Matson have a shot at Coley here? All right, let's mess with Boundy as the white flag will go in the air. Oh, the caution came out right before the white flag. I mean, it was thrown a second before that caution came out. They'll have to slow down and let the pace car by, as we will rewind and watch what happened here between these 2 drivers, or between this wreck. As something happened. Who is involved in this wreck here? So it looks like Little is involved on the outside line of Brian Hennings. He gets loose, clips Hennings coming off the corner. They wreck literally right before the start-finish line. Hennings kind of spins it around and he keeps going. Little keeps going also. It's pretty much a 360 and go. Coley's going to have another good restart. I mean, he's literally coming to a complete stop now. He's not going to be moving one bit. Be waiting for that pace car to go. He'll just be rolling, then he'll get back going. Wants to keep his position. He will do that. So this will be a green-white checkered attempt here. Official one. Oh, gosh. Coley, I know he's probably like, can this race just end? Please. Oh, gosh. What going through Coley's head at this point? He didn't get a good restart, but he drove very well after that. He really sent it in that corner and just hoped it would stick, and it did. Oh, my Lord. What is going to happen here? I don't think anybody knows at this point, and it's up in the air. I think lights should go off on the pace car at this time by. as they're going to stay on at least one more lap. So while they're doing that, we will run some ads here.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
Was that the end of the race? Hold on. I think that may have... Wait, we're gonna have to see. Coley's speeding up. Where's the pace car at, though? Oh, this is a timing error. This is a time... Yeah, this is a iRacing error. A huge one that iRacing has made. So they're probably going to extend this one more lap because something messed up drastically here. Yeah, this needs to be extended a lap here. They do not need to be going green. We did cut that short because they were speeding up. Yeah, this needs to be extended a lap of RC's in here, as this is actually white flag. Sorry, no, not. This is, I don't know what's going on here. Field is frozen. Okay, so field is frozen. Apparently. Okay, I just got a text from Dylan Hale. That was race control. So Coley is actually the winner. Yeah, so this is being extended, but Josh Coley actually wins. Josh Coley just won that race. Thank you for telling me that, Dylan. I was confused on what was going on there. So Coley wins, Boundy second, and Matson is going to come home third. Here, we will watch Coley burn it down, though. Very odd finish here at Charlotte. So these results are not going to be... So do not look at these results on the left side. They are completely wrong. I think they should be completely wrong now. So Klusterhuis, he's not the winner. He did not win the race. I kind of wish he would have passed the start-finish line so it doesn't mess up on you all. But Coley is the official winner here tonight. He won that race. It might actually give him if he crosses it. See what it puts him as. So SDK is going to be wrong. Do not look at these results. I will need to get a clip from it. I will need to ask Dylan Hale. Let me get this actually pulled up. But it'll be Josh Coley who will take home the win. That was a odd finish to a race. So Coley does come home with the win. That is, I did not think the race was going to end like that. But he wins. I mean, good for him. So Coley comes home with the win. So that left side is not correct at all. So we will actually get the top 3 as, what did Dylan tell me? I think it was Coley, Boundy, and Matson. So we will drag them in here. I will not be pulling up results because I'll show them here, actually. They're going to be completely wrong. This is not correct at all. So I will not go over results because iRacing, this is going off of iRacing. They're completely wrong here. They're not correct, as Dylan just texted me. I will check that here. So I'm going to have to bring in, what did he tell me? So he's doing that. So top 5. So, okay, sorry. I'm having to kind of jerry-rig this. So it was Coley is first, Boundy second, Matson third, Kloosterhoos was 4th, and the 38 of DeBold was 5th. That's the top 5. I'm not going to be able to pull up results, like I said, because they're all messed up. But Coley comes home with the win here officially. He does win the race here tonight. So, Kelly, you got a weird finish, but Coley does win the race as we will get the top 3 in a room here. As that's the odd finish. I mean, that is very, very weird. Let me get these guys in here. So, yeah, let me get Matson in here. I'm going to get all these guys prepped in a room. As that's an odd finish. As where are they at? So Matson's there. Let me drag him into this room. Matson, Boundy. And then let me get Coley into Dave here. So we will do Dave Matson first. Hey, Dave, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
And so you come home 3rd in a weird finish there. But, you know, how did the race go for you overall, man?
Pretty good. We messed up our Q lap, so we had to start all the way in the back, like I think 28th or something. Slowly made our way up, and we didn't make any points on the first stage, but we made some stage points on the second and getting ourselves lined up, and we had a good car at the end. Really hated for the yellow to come out when it did because I was just getting under the one car that was there. I can't remember what car it was, but anywho, we almost had a second place and maybe even a chance at a first place. I don't know. So
you know, so how did this new update affect these cars? Because I noticed some of you guys were shifting during this race. So how did this new update feel to you for them?
I didn't notice any difference. I didn't do any shifting at all. I know that the option was there to do that, but I did not shift at all throughout the entire race. Once I hit 5th gear, I left it there and basically would just drag the brakes a little bit going into the corner to kind of help the car turn a little bit, and made a few brake adjustments, but for the most part, I didn't notice any difference.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like RPMs is really the big thing. I don't know about tires. I haven't raced anything with the new update yet. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Oh, yeah. As usual, we have the Miller American on there. We have Amsoil, U.S. Navy. Shout out to all our service members. Thank you for serving. You guys up in the booth for putting on the telecast, and then also Dylan and for doing everything in ATRL along with Sawyer. So appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good 3rd place finish tonight, man. That was Dave Matson, the 3rd place driver. As think he just turned his car off there, so that's why it has went a little bit quiet for him. Let me get Sean Boundy in this room here. Hey, Sean, this is Bryson's booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I get you.
Man, so that was a weird finish there, but how did the race go for you overall?
Overall, it was quite more impressive than I was expecting coming into the race. Track felt different than what I had been used to over the last year. Ran this track not long ago before the update, and there was a lot more tire conversation or conservation than was required this time around. You can run it harder, longer, and I felt once I got into a rhythm, I like no matter where I was on the track, I could kind of control the race. And I'm like, if I see the leader ahead of me, I'm like, okay, it's just a matter of time before I get there. And then eventually, the cautions came out wrong. I couldn't get that long run to work on Coley, and then a few more short runs happened. Um, Unfortunately, I had Matson right behind me. He ran a really good race, but from where I was sitting, he kept dive bombing me, and I could not set up. Like he wasn't doing anything wrong. He'd just get into the corner aggressive, and I couldn't set up Coley on entry so I could take a run off on exit, and it just kept holding both of us back so much. That was frustrating to me, but nothing on Matt. He Matson, he did a great race, and it was a lot of fun battling that whole time. Just it got frustrating because you've got a move that you can make, but then it gets taken from you, and you just got to fight to maintain your spot. While I got the lead right on my nose.
Yeah, I mean, you're just like, why are you fighting me? Like you just want to get out front, but you're like, please, I'm trying to get Coley.
Yeah, he's got his own race to run, and if he thinks he can get by me, then he's got a shot at it too. So yeah, nothing on him. He wasn't driving over his head. It was just get that nose right in there, right when I wanted to come down the track down the hill.
Yeah, it's just drivers. It's just poking that nose. And when that happens, you're like, really? I mean, because you're,
Yeah,
I mean, you're trying to
stuck
cut.
there.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to cut down, but you just can't do it the last second. You're like, I can't put my nose down there. But before I let you go, is there anybody we want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, we got VRX on the car, great sponsor for the series. Just ITRL for putting on the show, and you guys for giving us a really great broadcast and everybody be able to watch. It was fun. I definitely wasn't expecting to do well here, given how the track was before the update, but it kind of allowed me to be more aggressive, and I like being more aggressive throughout a longer portion of the run. So that was surprising. It was just it was a fun race.
All right, now I will let you go. Good second place finish tonight, man.
Thank you.
That was Sean Boundy. We will bring in the race winner now and Josh Coley. Kelly, hopefully you all are watching over that Zoom video call for this interview here. Give me a second, just catching up on the end of the stream to make sure everything's going correctly. But we'll bring in the race winner now and Josh Coley. Hey, Josh, this is Bryson's booth. Got a copy, man?
Hey, I got you.
Man, so you come home with the win. Kelly Branson was, talking to me throughout the race. You had a watch party watching you, but how did the race go for you overall?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I kind of just relaxed in the first stage, and then we had a caution there right before the end of the first stage, so I used that to flip track position, and then just tried to stay up in the top 10. Some pretty wild racing, some good side by side and racing hard. We got lucky a little bit. I was able to find a lane and get through some traffic and get up there, and then all the cautions towards the end probably helped me out a little bit. I took 2 tires there the last stop because it seemed to help it turn a little bit, once you got a few laps on it. Lap times were real similar to taking 4, so I used that to my advantage for track position, and just a little bit of luck, and trying to be patient and also go hard at the same time is a tough deal.
Yeah, I mean, so how did that update? Did that update change how you were driving the track? Were you pretty much, or did it have a different feeling on the car because of it? Because it seems like you were doing pretty well the whole entire time.
Yeah, so we practiced. I practiced a little bit before the update, and it was a lot worse than it was tonight. I can say that. The car was able to, twist in the center a little better, and It just drove a little better, and a lot of it was how hard you drove it too. If you drove it real hard, it would start to have an understeer really bad, and then there was multiple lines on the corners. So it was really a driver's track tonight, and the car suited that a little bit. So worked out for me, and couldn't be happy. I'm going to be out of town for a week, so getting a win locks me into the playoffs. I don't got to stress about that.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I guess got to thank everyone who watches. Wilson Farms on the car, CRT Small Engine Repair, and then ITRL for putting on the league, and you guys for broadcasting.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Go celebrate that victory, man.
All right, we'll be spraying champagne.
That was Josh Coley, the race winner. I will not be going over the finishing order. The reason is because the finishing order from SDK's point of view looks like this. That is not correct at all. The finishing order is Coley won the race, Boundy second, Matson third. Let me get the rest of them after that. So Boundy third, actually looking on the wrong site for it. So Boundy was third. In the Brandon Kloosterhoos was fourth, and then Roger DeBold was fifth. So I can't pull up the finishing order because it doesn't match that. But Coley, he was having a good race the whole entire time. He was I was one of the cars beaten. He was my pick to win the race. Sorry, good lord. He was my pick to win the race, and it evidently, he won that, and that was a good drive from him. Update, probably played it a lot. We did have a lot of cautions. It seemed like just off turn 3 and 4, guys were just getting loose and just barely nicking each other. But Iron Thunder will be back in the Rush Series next Monday and Tuesday. The Ghost Cup Series is running on Thursday. Can't remember which track it is. I have to check. I will probably be doing a double stream on Sunday if y'all want to watch that after the race, as Kyle Larson sadly got a win taken from him at Las Vegas with 5 laps to go. But hopefully I will see you all later, and you all have a good night. Don't forget to subscribe also. It's free.